Hi everybody, I'm Ryan Moseley with NP Dodge here in Omaha, and I'm here with my friend Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Frohlich. I'm a certified financial planner with Unified Legacy Advisors here in Omaha.
Thank you for joining me. We're going to talk a little bit about real estate, a little bit about investment, maybe some strategies, how we can help you with these different things, and of course, there's some connection between the two fields as well, right?
Absolutely.
But first, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I have been in the business for well over 25 years in the investment world. I've been in everything from operations, and now I am, of course, a financial advisor. And I moved over into this space because I like talking to people and I like helping them achieve their goals. So here at ULA, our goal is we work with individuals in near retirement and everything that goes with that. So there's 5 main pillars that we touch on, and we review that every year ongoing. So it's way more than just investments.
Okay, good. We both work with older individuals. I work a lot with helping an older individual who's maybe been in a house, selling it, maybe they're going to assisted living or just downsizing or whatever. Do you work with a lot of older individuals as well?
We do. Almost everybody we work with is in that 55 plus age range. A lot of them come to us when they're already in retirement, so anybody in that upper age group, so yes.
So what kind of services can you offer them?
So it's really in the whole entire planning and the timing of things. So we definitely touch a lot on optimizing when is the best time for our clients to take Social Security. That's one of the big questions they have going into retirement. But then the other big piece is the income supplementation.
Right.
Once you no longer have earned income, we have to figure out where is it all coming from, because we all know Social Security doesn't cover all of our living expenses. Right. It was never meant for that.
Right.
So it's working through what have you accumulated all the way to this point, and then how do we turn that into a fabulous retirement for you at that point? Do
you work with a lot of younger individuals too before they get to that point?
We work with some, but that's not where we specialize.
Okay. So you're accustomed to working with the older individuals?
Correct, yep.
Do you ever have somebody who is 55 and they come to you like, I don't even know, I don't have anything yet?
Correct.
Is it too late? I mean, are you just out of luck?
It's never too late. It's never too late to earn or to start planning. The good thing is when you're at that point, a lot of times you're now empty nesters. The kids are out of the house now. Okay. So now we have more income that we can put towards that. Okay. So at least starting and having something, it may mean that you're going to have to work past the age you want, but depending on how frugal you can be and how willing you are to jump into a plan and actually put that plan into place.
So it's never too late to get something.
It's never too late.
Okay.
No.
That's good. Are there any trends that you've been seeing over the past few years in your field?
For sure. It's definitely, our whole field is transitioning from the old stockbroker world. We're not stockbrokers anymore.
Right.
We do focus quite a bit on investments because that is what's going to carry your portfolio and help you grow. But it's definitely more of a holistic space nowadays because we need to touch on the investments, but then the income, taxes. We all know we have to pay taxes in some form. So the greatest thing we can do as an investment advisor is help you mitigate or reduce them as much as possible. And that's a big piece of it there. But then there's also healthcare. We have to start planning for healthcare because that's never going to go away. And we all know that that's a huge expense since we don't have universal here in the country. You're either employer, individual, or hopefully you're on Medicare.
And the cost of healthcare
and it's going up.
Yeah, faster than inflation. It's like ridiculous.
Correct.
How much expensive it is. So,
but the holistic planning is really one of the biggest trends that we're seeing in our industry. A lot of advisors are moving to that, and that's where we are. We are fiduciary financial planners, so we definitely hit on everything, and we're going to grow your whole entire plan and keep that plan in place.
Right. How about real estate? So I have, like I've said, several older clients who they've been in the house since it was built in the 60s or 70s. They bought it for like $30,000 or whatever, and they're looking at selling it, and it's now worth $300,000 to $400,000 to $500,000. Is that? Can they count on that equity they have in their home to just sell the house and basically retire off of that, or?
They should be. You of course know as well, there's just that market risk with that. So there is market risk and timing risk, I would say you probably know a little more on this, is how to capitalize on the most profitable method for dealing with that house. I know you do some with helping them modernize it so that they can cash in a little more on that. But absolutely, the issue with real estate, of course, when it comes for us, it's more of an illiquid asset. So it takes more planning to decide how much do we owe on it, or do we own it outright? How are we going to deal with the tax implications if there are tax implications? And then when would be the right time to deal with selling with that? Because, well, we know the tax rates change, and if it's going to push you into a new tax bracket and all that kind of stuff. So there's still planning that goes into it.
So will you incorporate that into their retirement plan? Looking at their home that they own and say, okay, in 10 years you can sell it? And,
Absolutely.
So it becomes part of the formula. So
it does. We definitely track it. We want to know if you own it outright or if you still have a payment. We definitely calculate that into your whole entire plan because we want to know when it becomes free and clear. But then sometimes we will also help earmark that for certain expenses. Say you might have to have long-term care expenses down the road. You have a lot of equity in that house. That might be a good thing to tap for that situation. Or that's the point when we look at selling it. So it's a matter of, we're going to have to liquidate it at some point because most of our children don't want to deal with it. So it's a matter of at what point do we think we're going to deal with that. We also have, you know as well as I do, there's a lot of older people who they can't imagine ever moving out of their house.
Right. It's hard for them, for sure.
It's hard. It's such an emotional thing. It's an emotional thing for all of us, right? So it's working through talking it over the years to try to get to, okay, when are we going to pull that plug?
Can real estate be part of like diversifying your portfolio?
Absolutely.
Is that a strategy you sometimes recommend?
Absolutely. We do have individuals who, especially if they want to retire early, sometimes we can build in the real estate rental properties as part of a passive income for them. That's such a great piece. Now, it's harder nowadays with the cost of houses to build a portfolio of rental income, but it's still possible.
So it's something you have done before.
Yeah, and sometimes in the inheritance process, you'll have that be a legacy to the children as well, that they can then take your home and rent it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any last items or pieces of advice you'd like to mention before we end it today?
Well, I think it's basically, you really need to include that in your net worth. Your home is definitely a big piece of your investments, of your financial portfolio. So we need to include it, whoever you're working with, your advisor of some sort. You need to work with it, but then also to work with the professionals who know when's the right time to start making decisions on it and what's the best route. We as financial advisors, of course, we're not going to be able to advise on that section, but of course we work together with other professionals to help those individuals. It's good to come up with a plan. What's the idea for, again, do you want to leave it to the kids? Do you want to sell it before? Do you want to downsize? Any of that kind of stuff. Let's make a plan for it so that nothing comes as a surprise and we're not making last minute poor decisions.
Not something just to wing it.
No.
And figure it out as
one
it
of those
happens.
things in life that you should never wing.
Right. Got it. Okay. All right. Before we leave out, I'd like to get some insights on your favorites here in Omaha. So you're going to make some recommendations. You ready for that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So favorite restaurant?
Ooh, right now it's Goose 120.
Okay.
I love their mussels.
Okay. Good. Favorite outdoor activity?
Hiking.
In Omaha.
Hiking or just going for a fabulous walk around one of our many beautiful lakes.
Yeah, we have lots of parks, lots of lakes here.
Yeah.
And then finally, favorite place to travel?
Well, right now it's probably Florida, just because it's still domestic, but long term it's going to be Europe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where in Europe?
I want to hit all the big ones. I have heard such great things of like Croatia and Italy and England and yes.
Okay.
I know lots of people who just got back from Ireland and they loved it.
So we look forward to hearing about your international adventures.
Yeah, bucket list stuff.
There you go. All right, well, thanks for joining today.
Thank you.
If you have any questions for me or Rebecca, I'll put her contact information down in the video description as well. Feel free to reach out to either one of us. or both of us, if you're looking at real estate, if you're looking at how that ties into your retirement, your portfolio, we're here to help out with that. So thank you.
Thank you.